Alright, what's going on, man? It's your boy Gregory Cooper and I'm back with another video, man. Look, if I'm gonna start, so I'm not going nowhere. Alright, before we get started, let me just say this. Y'all did not get a weekly video last week. I was on a cool hot streak. That was about 7 months where I was doing weekly videos back to back to back to back to back to back. And the reason y'all didn't get a video last week is I feel like there was just too much going on in my life. There was just too much happening. I necessarily wasn't in a good mood. And y'all know when I start my videos, I'm doing something crazy. I'm starting off with a laugh and I just couldn't bring myself to be on camera if my spirit wasn't in there. I wasn't in there, dog. So that's why I didn't get a video. I couldn't get on camera and fake it. I feel like I'm a person who wears my emotions on my face. So if I'm not in a good mood, I'm just gonna be like, all right, so today, I guess we go talking about a sneaker, I guess. Lame, man. Like it just would have came off ungenuine if I did that. So I was like, you know what, look, just give yourself a break. You've been going crazy all year. You already know Street-Ovember is next month. So I gotta gear up for that. So I was like, you know what, just take a week off. The people who are going to stay here are going to stay here. And the people who are gonna venture off and go somewhere else, they just go somewhere else. That's just life, that's just the way it goes. But I just wanted to address that, so let's actually get into the video. So if you've been on my channel, you know, like I kind of fell off loving sneakers last year. I was more so buying loafers and boots. But I feel like this year, there was like a resurgence back into sneakers. I'm talking like GRs are dope. I'm talking collabs are dope. I'm talking people are reaching in the archive and grabbing shoes we ain't seen in a very long time. And I feel like my love for sneakers came back this year. And y'all know, one of the sneakers I absolutely needed to get, whether or not I couldn't get one pair and I had to get the other, it was gonna happen regardless, is the Nike Bode collab shoe. Now this sneaker was an absolute must. I know it wasn't the most sought out sneaker this year, but in my personal opinion, me being such a Bode enthusiast, and also this sneaker not resurfacing since '74, I was like, yeah, okay, now that makes sense. Like I needed a low profile sneaker. I didn't want to go stick to the sambas that was everywhere. I wanted something different, something that stood out. And this is just a shoe that came about. I mean, again, two brands that I really like, and I thought it was unique enough. And don't even get me started on the box. Like, come on now, the box, super dope. I love when a company goes just as far as with the shoe, but also just like with the overall packaging. These aren't bad. Like these are still good sneakers. Although I did want the black pair, I was like, these are not bad. And I still want to get the shoe just because I feel like the shoe overall was just dope. So I was like, you know what? I'll take the white pair. I ain't mad at it. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
I got the black pair. So I ended up getting the black pair for my birthday this year. My girlfriend knew how much I wanted the black pair versus the cream pair. I feel like I really got these out of desperation because I wasn't able to get these. But now that I think about it, I'm kind of glad it worked out the way it did, because let's say if I would have hit on this pair initially when they dropped, I don't think I would have got these. So I'm glad I was able to get these and then get these, because now I have the complete set. But that's just a thought process that I just had right now. And another reason that I'm glad that this played out the way that it did, because it brings you to today's video. Which pair do I necessarily like more? Now remember, this is the pair that I initially wanted. I feel like this was the most sought out pair. This may be conjecture, but I think this pair may have sold out a millisecond quicker than this pair. Now we get to this pair. I've had this pair a little bit longer, a little bit more travel time. I walked the Las Vegas Strip in this pair. So I feel like my connection to this pair is a little bit greater than this pair since I just got these. And I wanted to make this video because although they are the same silhouette, there are slight differences given that this pair has canvas and woven materials with the leather, this pair being full leather. I feel like although they are the same silhouette, I've had different experiences, and I just wanted to give a little insight on my experience with both pairs. If you are interested though, and you do want to watch a full review of the Astro Grabber, or if you want to see my initial reaction when I unbox these, or if you want to just listen to some facts about why I thought this sneaker was dope, I did make a full length video. So if you do want to watch that, that is linked there. And that is also why I won't be going into a review, but more so a comparison between the two pairs of shoes. There are two main differences I'm going to focus on in this video that made two sneakers with the same silhouette create two different experiences when rocking them. And number one is going to be the comfort level. This one I feel like is the biggest one. I feel like this one is like completely night and day. Like there was a completely different experience with one versus the other. I really hate that I have to do this deeply, immensely. I really hate it because this is the pair I wanted. This is the pair that everyone wanted. This was the most sought after pair. But comfortability wise, in comparison to the white pair, this pair, basura. I would say there are two main points of stress with this shoe since I've had them. I've been rocking them for 3 weeks straight in the gym, in the sauna, running errands. Like I've been rocking these shoes. The main points of stress, back here, I felt this in an hour. I'm talking my heel is on fire. I wouldn't say on fire. It was more so like in the first hour, I noticed that it was an annoyance. I'm like, okay, like it's a new shoe. Like, of course, something's going to be off. 2 hours. I can't ignore it anymore. It hurts. Like I could feel the skin on my heel getting raw. Like I'm like, okay, this is getting annoying, like really annoying now. Hour 3 and 4, right here on the top. Like, so right under the tongue and right where this part is, it's like, okay, bro, like I want to take the shoes off. Like this shoe has a time limit. Since I've been rocking them for 3 weeks, 4 hours max. Can't do it. And it's crazy because like these shoes obviously aren't like the most comfortable sneakers I have in my closet. They're not the most comfortable Nikes there are. I remember when I got this pair, I remember saying like, okay, like, you know, it is really structured right now. And then this was before I broke them in and everything. Like I feel like now these are a little bit more comfortable now that, you know, I walked the Las Vegas Strip. I've had these for months. So like they're a little bit more broken in. So I would say I have an unfair advantage with this pair than this one just because I've had these only for about 2 months. But like, I don't remember having the same reaction as far as comfort with these compared to these. These were like, as soon as I put them on, like, again, I would think like, okay, the first week, I'll cut you some slack. Like, okay, the first week, they got to break in. The second week, I'm worried now. The third week, you're pushing your limits. Like, okay, what's really going on? Again, the main points of stress, back here, up here. Again, I knew when I got these that my foot didn't really feel settled, but now that they're settled, I'm like, I have way more comfort. It's like night and day. And I remember when I initially got these, I still wasn't complaining that my heel and that where the lacing was and where the tongue was, like, I don't remember that hurting. Like, this is pain. Like, I'm like constantly taking my foot in and out the shoe just to give my heel and like my foot a little bit more breathing room. And I don't know how much of what the material, cause like this is completely leather. This one has the woven canvas aspect. So I don't know how much that's playing a role into it, whether or not this one has a little bit more breathability. But bro, again, if you're thinking about getting these, like I recommended in this video when I did the review on these, especially for the black pair, go a half size up. I think over time, they use good leather on this. Like, so that may be the issue. And I need to rock them for like 4 or 5 months to really, really break them in and make them mine. Again, I've had these for 2 months. They still don't feel like mine. Especially with the black pair of the Bode Nike collab shoe, you need to go a half size up. This one, I'll cut you some slack just because I feel like there's a little bit more breathability to the white pair. But with these, must. Absolute must. Go a half size up. Again, that is my experience. These are extremely uncomfortable. And not to the point where I would stray people away from it, but just expect your foot to hurt a little bit. Yeah, I gotta be honest. And this is the pair that I really wanted. I'm still gonna keep this pair, of course, just because, again, I think the white pair has an unfair advantage just because I've had it for a little bit longer and I've been able to rock them longer and, you know, do all that jazz. I'll maybe make an update video in a couple months once I've, you know, had a little bit more time and once they've fully broken in and become mine. But again, if we're going off initial takes, when I got these and I watched my old video, I didn't talk about the heel, I didn't talk about the tongue or where the lacing, like I didn't talk about any of that. I talked about the shoe being overall like a really slim and narrow shoe, but I didn't talk about those points of being points of stress. These is unavoidable, bro. It's on both shoes. I could see if it was maybe just the left or the right. It's on both. Like my heel was hurting in both left and right. The top of this part was hurting in both left and right. So again, that is just my experience. The black pair, maybe it's a point of it needs a little bit longer to break in. But again, that is just my experience with this pair now that I've been rocking it fully for like 3 weeks. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about in this video is going to be something that may be subjective. Again, I'm just going off my initial thoughts, going off of what I see. When I think of Bode and I think of Nike, I think of two premium good companies coming together to make one product. The competitive advantage I will give the black pair over the white pair is the fact that it actually feels like and looks like a premium good. And I think that's just like the benefit that having an all-around leather sneaker is going to have compared to a woven / canvas sneaker. Again, it has that suede hit on the back, kind of blends in well with the leather here. The lacing or the laces are actually different on the black pair. It feels like a little bit more of like a premium lacing than the white pair. And overall, I feel like it just looks a little bit sleeker, in my opinion. I think the craftsmanship with the black pair was hitting it on the mark compared to the white pair. And don't get me wrong, the white pair is really good. Like, I bought the white pair. Like, it's a good sneaker, but I feel like that woven canvas complemented with the suede just didn't hit the same compared to the black pair. And I just feel like leather is just one of those things, as you progress through time, it's gonna only age better, it's gonna look better. Canvas and that woven material, if you spill a drink on that, it's gonna stand out. It's gonna be hard to clean out. If you get a rip or a tear, it's just gonna stand out even more. So I just feel like the advantage I will give the black pair is it feels and looks like a more premium good than the woven canvas pair. All right, so more present day cloth pair. I was editing the video and I didn't even answer the question that I even asked. Which pair do I prefer more? Is it gonna be the canvas white pair or is it going to be the black pair? And I know I had some choice of words for the black pair. The comfortability thing, that's a big thing. But the black pair is the pair that just looks the most premium, bro. I just feel like it's the pair that when I think of Bode and I think of Nike and them coming together, the black pair is a pair that I think of that's like really symbolizes that collab. The white pair, still good, don't get me wrong. Still got the white pair, still gonna rock the white pair. I just feel like if I had to choose between whether I had to get rid of the black or the white pair, I'm choosing the black pair to keep, bro. That's just at the end. I mean, just look at me. Look at me in these shoes. Like, come on now. It looks like I'm about to tell the coach to put my son in because I put too much money in this program for him not to be playing. But yeah, I just feel like it just looks cleaner. I just feel like that black leather and the suede hit, I just feel like it just looks cleaner, sleeker. And I feel like you could get away with a lot more with this pair than you can with the white pair. So again, if I had to choose, if somebody was like, hey, you either keep the black or the white pair, what you doing? I'm gonna keep the black pair. And again, I will make an update video. But let me just say this though, because I didn't want to make this video prematurely. That's why I wore them from 3 weeks. At this point of the process of me wearing these shoes, they should have already been broken in. Again, I was doing leg day. I was running errands in the sauna, like doing everything that would break in the shoe quicker. And they're still not as comfortable as the white pair. So it's up to y'all. If you want to pick the white pair because they're more comfortable, I have nothing but respect for you. But for me, if I had to choose, it would be the black pair. Simple as that. That is going to be the two main things that I want to cover in this video. I think the biggest takeaway from this video is going to be the comfortability aspect. Again, that was a complete night and day situation. Like, again, I know these weren't the most comfortable sneakers right out the box, but I didn't talk about in my initial review of these shoes, the point of stress being the heel and also the top of the foot. I knew they weren't my size per se, But I think as I, had these for a couple months and I've broken them in, I feel like these are my size. And I think again, that woven and canvas is playing a better part into why these feel a little bit different compared to these. Again, these 1 hour heel hurts, 2 hours heel is definitely hurting. And then 3 hour, 4 hour, the top of my foot is hurting. I want to take them off. I'm reaching a maximum of 4 hours in these where I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm even packing shoes in my car. Just in case I get to that point, I really need to take them off, I will. And I can't necessarily say or recall a memory where that was an issue with these. Again, I walked the Las Vegas Strip in these and I was fine. Like again, they aren't the most comfortable sneakers in the world, and I definitely don't recommend these shoes for extended walks. But again, it was way more apparent with these. But again, the advantage I will give the black pair compared to the white pair is the black pair feels like a more premium good. Again, that leather over time is just gonna age really well. And I think with the canvas pair, if I get a big stain on it, or if I get a rip or a tear, it's just gonna make it look unappealing. And again, I think that's what, the trade-off is as far as like using all leather versus using woven and canvas. But I'm interested to know, what is your favorite pair? Do you prefer the black pair or the cream pair in this situation? I'm interested in what you guys like. Or do you even care about these? Let me know that as well. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch you in the next one.